Hey, what's up guys? As you might have heard recently, DJI is getting pushed out and this is creating a lot of confusion. Some people are saying DJI is banned forever, others are saying nothing has changed, and in the middle there are a lot of DJI users just trying to understand what to do next. So in this video, I want to clarify what actually happens after the ban in the US, if you own a DJI product or are planning to buy one soon, and also recommend a few DJI Drone Alternatives that are still sold in the US. So let's get into it. Let me start by saying that every product that uses radio signals, basically all consumer drones, some cameras and accessories, needs FCC approval to be sold in the US. That's nothing new. DJI has always needed it, just like everyone else. What has changed is that getting new approvals is much harder for non-US manufacturers. And when I say new approvals, I mean new models, refreshed models, or updated versions of existing drones. So this doesn't mean that drones already approved suddenly stop working or become illegal. They don't. It means that what comes next is uncertain. If a company wants to launch a new drone or even slightly update an old one, that approval process can get delayed, blocked, or just never move forward. FCC approvals for non-US companies are still evaluated case by case, but the bigger and more visible a company is, like DJI, the harder that process becomes. That's why DJI can still sell existing models right now, but also why the future lineup is the big question mark. That's also why some smaller brands can still exist in the market. They're not guaranteed forever, but they're not under the same spotlight either. So as of today, when people talk about a ban, what they're really talking about is future access, not what you can fly today. Alright, with that out of the way, let's look at the actual DJI Drone Alternatives available in the US. Unfortunately, there is no perfect replacement for DJI. DJI dominated this space for a reason. What we're looking at here are the closest matches depending on how you actually use a drone. Let's start with the category a lot of you probably care about the most. That is small portable drones. If you're coming from a DJI Mini, one of the most realistic options right now is the Potensic Atom 2. This is a compact, lightweight drone designed for travel, casual flying, and basic aerial video. Price-wise, you're usually looking at around $400 to $500, depending on the kit. I'll leave some links below so you can check the actual price on Amazon. Now, the camera is not at DJI level, and the app doesn't feel as polished. You will notice that if you're used to DJI, but if you need a drone to take on trips, get some aerial shots and avoid carrying a big device around, this actually covers a lot of that use case. It's simple, it flies, and it gets the job done. Right now, that matters more than chasing specs. Another option that comes up a lot is the Hover Air X1 Pro. And this one really depends on how you are using DJI. This usually sits around $500 to $600, and it's important to understand what it is before judging it. This is not a traditional drone. You buy this drone if you're a solo creator and you want quick shots, follow shots, and short clips without thinking too much. If you mostly used your DJI drone for quick shots, follow modes, and short social content, this drone can replace more than you'd expect. But if you're a Mavic user who enjoys flying and framing shots manually, this will feel limiting very quickly. Then there's a group of very basic consumer drones like the Holystone HS720 or HS900 series. These usually fall in the $100 to $400 range, depending on the model. These drones feel more basic and are perfect for beginners. If you're coming from DJI, you'll notice the difference. But if your goal is simply to fly, learn, and get some basic aerial footage without spending much, they still do the job. And then we have Autel drones, which are close to DJI in terms of performance. But from a regulatory point of view, they're in the same situation as DJI. So Autel is not a safe long-term alternative in the US. If you already own one, keep flying it. If you're thinking of buying one now, hoping it's more future-proof than DJI, I wouldn't rely on that. Now, another possible option that many people will take is buying DJI outside of the United States. It is still legal to buy DJI drones outside of the US and bring them back or import them online from another country. You can buy DJI drones in Europe, in Asia, and in many other markets, and either bring them back physically or order them online. But this comes with real trade-offs, and you need to understand them. The warranty might not be valid in the States, support could be limited or tied to the country where the drone was sold. Repairs, replacements, or battery issues might be more complicated. The drone will work, but long-term support is not guaranteed in the same way. The same applies to buying used DJI drones, refurbished units, or remaining stock. The drones work, but the risk is what happens over time with support and availability. You might also hear people mention US companies like Skydio, Parrot Anafi USA, or Freefly, but these drones cost 10 times more than DJI's. So for most video creators, they're not realistic replacements. So we're left with just a few options. And I know this is painful for many of you who use DJI products professionally, or even as a hobby. Unfortunately, there is no magic DJI replacement right now, especially at DJI prices. But this could open up new possibilities for US-based companies to emerge, hopefully bringing quality products at affordable prices like DJI did. I'm very curious to know what you're planning to do. Let me know down in the comments and feel free to subscribe so you won't miss my next videos.